Okay, hello. This is David from AVING News. We are doing the pre-event meetup with companies in Incheon Pavilion at CES 2024. So I'm with Hubert from Ubergizmo and represent this from Farmpro. Nice to meet you. So before the meetup, shall we test the audio and exchange some greetings? 네, 서로 자기소개하면 됩니다.
Uh, Hello, everyone. My name is Sue Park, and with me is Mr. Chi, the director of our company. I will be presenting in behalf of our company presentation, and Mr. G will also be talking in behalf of Farmpro in the Q&A section.
Okay, hello, I'm Hubert Nguyen, the editor of Ubergizmo. We are based in San Francisco, California, and I'm glad to meet you both tonight. It's the evening here.
Good
yeah.
evening. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so
Start?
yeah, so as everyone's ready, so please proceed with your presentation and Q&A session. After that, thank you. 이제 하시면 됩니다. 이제 프레젠테이션 하시면 됩니다.
Can everyone see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Sue Park, marketing manager for Farmpro. Our business first started with our CEO, Mr. Byung Park, who have a recognizable history of running his own cattle farm in Korea. And going through the daily struggle of watching these cattle bred in dense spaces suffering from infectious diseases, he wanted to develop a solution where he can do a bare minimum for these animals. And that is how Farmpro Corporation first started. The worldwide problems in livestock farm are usually in this cycle. Creating farm in limited land leads to dense breeding. Dense breeding, of course, leads to infectious disease outbreak. But due to shortage of on-site veterinarians, their mass mortality is unavoidable. This, of course, leads to a low productivity in farms as well. But with the current outdated farming practice, this breaking the cycle is nearly impossible, which is why the farms need to quickly adapt to connect smart farming. We call this connected cow solution as well. The global connected cow market is projected to reach more than $700 million by year 2030, with a CAGR of 11% forecast during the period of 23 till 2030. So when the farmers adapt the connected cow solution to their farm, they will experience 20% increase in milk production, reduce livestock disease by 50%, and will see a 30% reduction in operational costs for dairy farms. This is our device, Farm Plus Care. With the size of an AirPod, it can measure, analyze, store, and manage data throughout livestock's entire life cycle. Our solution uses a SaaS model. It uses IoT connected device to collect and process the real-time temperature and activity data, sends them to a server using the choice of BLE or LoRa network, depending on the size of the herd. And those data are then run through AI machine learning algorithm, and their analyzed data are sent to the farmers through their mobile application. Our competitors do exist, and their device types vary from anklets to collars to even stomach insertion type. But our device, Farm Plus Care, is the only device that can measure all these functions on the left with high accuracy. Our strength, our device can measure from 0.1 degrees interval with a deviation of no more or less than 0.5 degrees. It is also competitive in price and practical. With 1/3 the price, it can measure the temperature and activity all at once. and it is also very convenient, simple, and easy for beginners to use and install them. Our other device, FarmKing, is a smart artificial insemination device. With a built-in temperature sensor and endoscopic camera, this device brings new era to the livestock insemination. The artificial insemination in farms today still use the recto-vaginal technique, which is done by using the human hand insemination. Not only is this unhygienic, inefficient, and difficult without the help of professionals, the pain that is put onto animals are always a controversial debate in animal welfare. FarmKing, on the other hand, allows real-time monitoring of the insemination process through our built-in endoscopic camera. Using the Bluetooth network, it also allows veterinarians or other parties to join in on the on-site monitoring. The gun type inseminator adds simplicity, easy for beginners to use in hygienic condition, and most importantly, using FarmKing increases the insemination success rate up to 2 times than the current hand insemination. Our go-to-market strategy in Argentina, we have signed 2.5 million devices for 3 years, from years 23 to 25. In Australia, we are planned to make a joint venture company with Lotte International and Lotte Australia by no later than the beginning of next year. And recently, we have also made inroads in the market of Mongol and New Zealand and applied the pilot project on the testing sites. Our commercialization goal, we are currently working on an R&D for RFID tag and GPS tracking service for small, medium, and large animals. And New Zealand and Australia, if we make the commercialization, our first countries will be New Zealand and Australia. And after we make the commercialization for the first 1 year, we're going to give out the service for free of charge. And then after 1 year of service, we're going to change it to subscription model for each farms. Our business model is very simple: device charge and a subscription fee. So our device, as mentioned before, it is 1/3 the price of other competitors. There is no competition in the market, and our SaaS subscription, once those data are stored, it'll be a great asset to our company. So we will be using it very valuably. Our team is made up of livestock field experts, data management specialists, and hardcore AI experts. So our business is very reliable in the part of livestock industry. So that is it. In CES 2024, we will be bringing both of our devices, Farm Plus Care and FarmKing. And for better understanding for the customers, we will be bringing the videos, explanation videos for their better understandings. Our booth is located at the Venetian Expo Hall G, 62919 at Eureka Park. So please do come visit if you have the time. My name is Sue Park from Farmpro, Marketing Manager for Farmpro. Thank you for your valuable time today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What an interesting presentation.
Thank you very much.
So I do have some questions because I'm not an expert in that. And the first question that I had was, in the future, you wanted to expand in New Zealand and Australia first, and I was curious about why.
New Zealand and Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you know, the New Zealand and Australia, they've a good quality of farms, unlike Korea. Korea is very small scale farms, but in New Zealand and Australia and in Latin America, their farms are big and they have the capacity to expand their business.
And one thing more is he didn't know any the specific reason, just only they request us to provide some solution to set up the solution. in their farm. Yeah, that's the main reason. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe the regulation is easier, or technical reasons.
Oh no.
Okay. And so you mentioned potentially using RFID and GPS in the future. So GPS is probably for tracking animal activities, I suppose.
Yes, it is. For right now, we're only doing the health monitoring, but we're going to expand our business to GPS monitoring as well, so we can locate where the cows are. When I visited Australia last time for our POC, a lot of cows jumped out of their pen, lost that
Okay.
sight, and farmers had quite a problem with that. They wanted to locate where their specific cows are. So if we locate the GPS, that won't be a problem.
Okay. So they don't have dogs that keep an eye on
Yeah.
the cows. Cool. And so would you measure like how many steps a cow does someday?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Would you measure how many steps, like how long the cow is walking?
In Farmpro,
As like a health activity sensor.
activity sensor. How long?
How long? I'm not sure. Like like when I go to CES, I know I walk for 20,000 steps per day.
Oh, you
Uh,
mean, can we count the steps that the cows are
yeah.
walking per day?
Yes. Is it important?
Oh,
Or
no.
No.
When we mean by activity, we don't mean the steps of the cow. We mean like how we have the temperature to measure their body temperature, but we can also calculate for example, like for the temperature is how we calculate the activity. Like we can
Oh.
calculate if she has been feeding,
Mhm.
if she has been fed, or if she has drank water and etc. through that activity.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could get that much with just the temperature.
With not only the temperature,
Activity,
but yeah.
Activity leader, yeah, check it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Anytime,
But
yeah.
but each type of sensing uses a different type of sensor.
No, just we have the only one, our device.
Yeah, so you have one device, but maybe in the
One device,
device
yeah, one
there's
device has temperature sensor and then activity sensor.
okay. So is that a motion sensor?
Non-motion sensor.
No motion sensor. Okay.
Which is motion? 움직임? 되나?
No. The temperature sensor especially manages the temperature from the cow's ear, and activity is not a motion sensor, but
Okay.
but we can, through our activity sensor, we can calculate the movement of the cow. Like if it was walking, for example, it has been walking for like 10 minutes or so, it can calculate how, if it has been moving today, or if it has been stayed still at the barn for the whole time of the day.
Just
Okay.
about just the number of the walking and then not the head motion.
Yes, it doesn't count the steps, but it does count if it has been moving or not.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to understand how you can know
Yeah.
the cow is moving without motion sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. That's correct.
Okay. And so at some point you mentioned that using Bluetooth, you could send data outside of the facility, maybe
Yes.
for someone remote to assist with analysis. So what's the
You mean
scenario?
Barking? Are you asking about?
With the Bluetooth tech?
Yes. We for Farm Plus Care, we use both Bluetooth and LoRa. And for Farm King, we use Bluetooth to let the
Okay.
for Farmpro's care we use both BLE and LoRa to send our collected data to the server, and then from server it will analyze to artificial intelligence, and then those analyzed are then transferred to the farmers, and that is how they can view the health status of their livestock.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's more of a data collector, and later you have a dashboard of some sort.
Yes.
Okay. And so, what would be the lifespan of the devices? So, let's say someone buys one of the device. How long do you think they can use it?
We use the lithium coin battery. So the device we from our POC, testing POC, we've seen for 3 years to 5 years.
Okay, just adding more information. Actually, the battery life is 5 to 7 years. Yeah, depend on the power consumption. But actually, is the count the whole life is around 30 to 34 months. So economy no any problem to use their life until their dying life.
Okay, so you could almost have a new one per animal.
Yeah.
But so I guess, can you change the battery, or can you open the device and change?
Actually, so hopefully, some our buyer or some of the user they would like to change the battery type. We are now working doing, but not finished yet developing. So anyway, just it is the future the concept of the device, the battery recycle. Yeah.
Okay. So on the animal, where do you place the device?
On the ear.
On the ear. Okay. So is it like a clip?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
It's like a ear tag.
Oh, okay. What's the weight of the device?
Less than 50 grams.
Yes.
Oh, less than 50 grams. Okay. Because with like I saw the picture, but I don't know how big it is.
It's the size of an AirPod. I can actually
see.
Show it to you.
Show.
This is how small it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you can see it.
I see. It's
small.
quite it's quite compact.
Very small. Yeah.
Okay.
We're actually working on minimizing the device as well to put it on smaller size animals.
And so smaller size animals would be sheep and things like that.
Lambs or sow, which is pig, leather pig.
Yeah, hopefully to provide some more the small size of the animal, but not finished yet the testing. Because the main is cow.
Yeah. But if it works on a cow, does it like work on a sheep or lamb?
Yeah, that's our concept of the business.
Okay.
Would you apply it on all livestock?
I see. Okay. Yeah. So pigs and all that. Yeah. Oh wow. So does it mean your market might be bigger than the current projections?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because we've been you've been predicting or talking about the like the cow market, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
So that is because that is the main business that we are currently working on right now. Because we want to commercialize it for the cows first.
Yes.
And then we are going to, work on other species of animals.
Is it fair to say that cows are more expensive, so people might want to invest more in cows?
Yeah, that is actually correct. Pigs, well, in my individual study of the market, not a lot of farmers would like to adapt, a costing solution to their pigs, because their lifespan is very short before they're sold out to the market, unlike cows. Cows are more treated as a valued asset to their farm and to the house. In the case of Vietnam, still a lot of farmers use the cow as their work animal, not as a meat. They don't raise it as a meat. So it is still a valued asset to a lot of people in different part of the countries, not much for smaller sized animals.
Okay. Well, in this case, what about horses?
Horses, there were few farmers who, when we had exhibition, there were few people who were interested in applying it to horses. But in the case of horses, because it is such what do you call it, a very expensive animals that are usually used in like racing or for other different reasons, they had a tendency of not applying any devices on the ear of the horses. They didn't like the visual of it.
Okay.
But that could be an open market for us as well.
Okay. To get back to the pig farming, I often see news that there was like some flu and they had to get rid of thousands of pigs. And but I guess to prevent that, maybe you could detect it with the temperature sensor, but then you would need to equip all the pigs, not just a few.
Yes.
Okay. So that makes it potentially much more expensive than the cows. Okay. And if you had a smaller one, do you think that the household animals would be a market?
No.
No?
Yep.
We're not thinking about pets.
That's the
Okay.
yeah. It's hopefully, but yeah, it's not so easy. Yeah.
Okay. So just like farming for now.
Yeah, livestock.
Livestock, yeah. That seems really straightforward. So what kind of insights do you get from the data? I mean, do you have examples of instances where the data showed something that was actionable and then the farm had to change or to take action?
Actually, in Australia, after we did POC, I think it was like July that we did the POC. We first applied it to about 50 cows, and then after applying, we give about 2 weeks for the device to settle in, because once you like punch it in the ears, you need healing for the wounded area to be healed and for actual data to be transferred in the right way. So after we got that, we were able to find about four cows that had detection in inaccurate, like different detection of the normal sample cows that we collected. They were either high in temperature, less movement, and etc. So through our research, we were able to find that some cows may have cold or flu or mastitis disease. And we asked the Australian farmers to check on these four cows to separate them to the hospital pen in case of an infectious disease outbreak. And they have separated them to the hospital pen. And later on, after they checked up with their on-site veterinarians, they were able to find that 4 of them had a flu, and it was infectious flu that could get all the rest of the cows sick. So they were quickly able to adapt our solution to separate those 4 cows from the normal pen to the hospital pen, and that was our solution to help them.
Yeah, that's a great example. And so with this type of data, you're going to train your AI to detect more of that?
Yes, that is why we're collecting more and more data, and our POC is a big help of that.
Okay. So how many animals have you tagged so far?
It's the let's say in the domestic and is outside market, totally less than the 50,000 species.
50,000. Okay.
This is it's until during the 4 years. Yeah, now it's testing with the number of the device.
Okay. Oh, that's quite a lot of data.
Yes.
Yeah. So how many times? Go ahead. Go ahead.
The data, number of the data.
Yeah, so if you have 50,000 cows and they're all transmitting some data on a daily basis, that's a lot of data that you have to keep in your cloud.
Yes.
So do you keep the data like, well, first of all, how often does the cow or does the system transmit data?
The data are collected every 10 minutes, and those data are transferred to the server every hour.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So if you have a lot of animals, this is adding up quite a bit. And so do you keep the data for a long time?
Oh, we keep all the data.
Oh, wow.
That is why, like you mentioned, because we have so many data that are coming in, we are thinking of, you know, opening a different option for cloud, like AWS cloud is our other option. But for now, we're having it in our main computer. We can manage.
Okay. I see. So that's in the hot database.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess sooner or later it's gonna get expensive. But
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. And then I guess, you know, like you have, let's say 50,000 cows, but some of them will go, new ones will come in. So it's not like it's growing all the time. Oh,
Yes,
it's kind of
right.
growing, but not super fast, maybe.
Yeah, we can we can discard the data that has been, you know, used and done, but in our company wise, all those data will be used to detect all other disease and be a model for other different species of cows, different breeds of cows. So
yeah, absolutely,
in every way.
Yeah, yeah, and you might even want to keep the old data to retrain a new AI model later.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And so you're building your model yourself. Do you have like on-staff AI specialists, or do you contract this with a company?
We have all of our device manufacturing and development is done within our company.
Yes, but the AI part is very specific and it's not related. So do you have in-house expertise as well?
Yes, we do.
Cool. And so do you have patents on this technology?
Yeah, we have the animal certified patent for Farmpro care and FarmClean.
Okay.
And those individual patent for sensors and etc.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so you can kind of protect your company from copies and things like that.
Yep.
That's really interesting. So let me check. I think that's it for my questions, but yeah, that's it. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the answers. That's super interesting. Or maybe one last question. So at the beginning of the presentation, you mentioned that some animals were suffering because they get sick and all that. Do you have an estimation of how fewer animals get sick because of your tech?
How many animals are less sick due to our device using our solution?
Yeah, maybe by comparing with a farm that does not use your tech.
The number wise, I will have to check with our R&D chief executive. But like I said, we have examples. So like I said, in Australia, 50 cows, we were able to prevent 4 of them. So if you calculate that, how many percent is that? Time. So we have that model, but we don't have the for the exact number. I would have to check with our chief executive and our lead partner.
Okay, if you happen to have the data, let me know.
Yeah.
It's an interesting data point. And that was my last question. Thank you
Okay.
so much for your presentation and your answers.
Thank you.
Take your time. Yeah, it's until the evening. Thank you very much. Share your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.